After 12 months of training, I'm off to Melbourne right now for this weekend to run in the Melbourne Marathon. What am I thinking? Now, all my training for this marathon has given me hours and hours and hours of time to think about all sorts of stuff. But basically, in my training, I've been thinking about the comparison between running a marathon and running a business. And for many of us, running a business is like running a marathon. Morning, Steve. Morning, Eugene. Morning, Sue Burnett. I think this is your first show. Welcome. So in today's show, I'm going to share with you 7 tips in developing your business. 7 tips in developing your business that I've learnt by training for the Melbourne Marathon. Morning Tom, morning Beck very early, morning PK down there in Melbourne. So these 7 tips: preparation, mindset, working on your strengths and your weaknesses, race pace, get a coach, set bite-sized chunks, and the holy grail that I've learnt, run your own race. Welcome everybody to JTInTheRaw show 66. Show 66. Who would have thunk of that? 66. And this is me raw, no makeup, no nothing, coming to you live from Sydney Airport. Look, I think if I do this, there you go. There's the airport. We are here in the airport, getting ready to hit Melbourne. So, it's a good chance you may actually hear through this, through the show, that planes are being called. So every time a plane is called, I'm going to come back to the question of the day. And the question of the day, morning Katie, morning Belinda, the question of the day is, if you could fly anywhere in the world right now for 7 days, where would it be? Put that in the comments, because I'm going to be in Melbourne for the next 7 days. I'm not sure that's at the top of my list. I think top of my list would be Lake Tahoe. Where would it be for you? Pop that in the comments below. Love to know. If you could fly anywhere today for the next 7 days, where would you fly to? That is the question. Okay, now don't forget, if you're watching this on replay or you're watching it live, I still want comments, I still want engagement, I still love to know who's watching and that you guys are... Oh, Belinda said the Maldives. Oh, nice. Nice. So if you could fly anywhere in the world, where would it be? Okay, I got a shout out today. Oh, Eugene, Cape Town, South Africa. Mate, there's no game of footy on there. What do you want to go there for? No cricket. There's nothing on there. Oh, catch up with relatives, I guess. So I got a shout out this week, and it goes to the members of the Club Owners Industry Leaders Roundtable, and we're meeting in Melbourne next week for 3 days. And we will definitely miss you, Amber. I know you're not going to be there. We're going to miss you, Amber. But we have an awesome agenda planned. And we're going to drill really deeply into social media next week. That is the plan. We're going to drill really deep into social media and try to, try to identify the best business practices. Yeah, best business practices on social media. Oh, Rebecca Catalano saying Daydream Island. Nice. So, welcome Maddie Wright. Jamie, I'm just saying, the question of the day, Jamie and Maddie, is if you could travel anywhere in the world in the next 7 days, for 7 days, where would it be? That's the comments. So yeah, we're going to be drilling down in social media next week at the Club Owners Roundtable, where I'm having them analyse a whole bunch of data around their Facebook pages, and we're just trying to identify, is there actually any money in this? Are people seeing what they're seeing on Facebook and buying? So it's going to be a fascinating discussion, and I'm really looking forward to it. Can't wait for that. If you're an independent club owner and you're interested in finding out about Roundtable, just put Gym Owner in the comments below, and I'll send you some information on the Industry Leaders Roundtable. I saw Maddie Fletcher's just jumped on, and next Friday we have the New South Wales PT Roundtable as well. So if you're interested as a PT business owner or a club owner, then pop Gym Owner in the comments below, and I'll send you some details, and I will let you know about Roundtable. I thought I might start off this week with a little bit of info on what happened this week in my business. And I was reminded yet again this week of Patrick Lencioni's wonderful model for a fully functioning team. In his book, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, which is a personal favourite of mine, by the way, what he says is that every team requires this foundation of trust. A foundation of trust. That's what we've got to have. And it's got to be a deep level of trust where there are no personal agendas. Thanks, Kayla. That's a beautiful compliment. I appreciate that. Maddie, yep, love it. Morning, Marissa. Hey, Marissa, all the way over there from the US. So we've got to have this deep level of trust within our team. And this week in my business, we had some really seriously robust discussions on systems. Not on the philosophy of the business or anything like that, but just on the systems and how we do things. Because we're trying to refine and we're trying to streamline how we do a whole bunch of things. So, and I trust my team implicitly. I trust Alicia, I trust Chantel, and I trust Stacey to make the best decisions for the business. And this often means that when we have discussion, there is conflict, that there is robust discussion. Sometimes, yes, conflict. But it's not a personal conflict, and it's just a discussion. It's about how to make our business better. You see, I know that when they're talking to me, they want to make the business better. It's not about their personal agenda. And I know that they want to make the business better for all of us. And that they know when I'm having a discussion with them, I'm trying to make the business better for them. Oh. 8 o'clock boarding service. Where would you want to board to? That's the question of the day, Susan McGregor, in the comments below. If you were leaving on a plane today, where would you fly to for 7 days? 7 days, 7 days. Where would you go? Kayla, that's the question of the day. So, because I've got this trust with Alicia and Chantel and Stacey, I'm happy to have these robust discussions because I know there is no agenda behind those discussions. So we can have conflict in order to have commitment. And that's about getting our team better. That's about making us better. So I'm really grateful this week to Alicia and Chantel for challenging me on getting better, challenging me on getting our systems better. So thank you to you too. Now, if you haven't read this book, the book is called The 5 Dysfunctions of the Team. So just put Patrick in the comments below and I'll send you a link to grab his book. It's well worth it. It's the best investment you'll ever make. So yeah, super pumped up. Okay, so Kayla wants to go to Melbourne. Susan McGregor wants to go to the Bahamas. Wow, keep them coming, guys. In the comments below, what location would you like to go to if you're flying today for the next 7 days? Because I'm going to Melbourne. Okay, so how the hell is competing in a fun run, and who knows where the word fun comes when it's a fun run. So how is competing in a fun run like running a business? Here are the 7 lessons that I've learned while training for the marathon. And if you like them as I go through, I'd love you to be able to just give me a thumbs up or even a love heart that you go, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, the first one, mindset. You have to believe with all your heart that you can do it. There has to be no element of doubt in your mind that you're going to finish, or for me, that I'm going to finish this marathon in sub 4 hours. I've got to believe that. I've got to believe what I want and that I can achieve it. And you've got to have this positive mindset. And in business, as the leaders of our business, we also have to have that positive mindset. We have to have 100% commitment on what we're trying to achieve. And when we have that, we then have to make that positivity infectious so that our fellow team members and our clients and our members and our customers all take advantage and get sucked into that positivity, because that's what's going to help us achieve what we want to achieve. Do you like that one? If you like that one, give me a love heart or give me a thumbs up. Morning, Andrew. How are you? Good to have you on board again. Number 2 comes down to preparation. For the majority of the population, those who are not genetically gifted, if you want to perform at your best in a fun run, regardless of the length of that run, you need to train. You've got to do some preparation. You need to prepare for this run, and this means training. And if you want to run a successful business, whatever size business that may be, from a single operator to a multinational, you need to plan and you need to prepare. And in order to get ready for this run, what I've had to do is I've had to role play. I've had to pretend that I'm racing different times. I've had times of the day. I've had to prepare role play around the food that I'm going to eat during the run, the food that I'm going to eat before a run. So just like we do in business, we have to role play. We have to be put in the situation that we're going to be in on game day. And that's a really key attribute to being prepared for your event, prepared for your business. So point number 2 is having a really thorough preparation. If you like that one, give me a thumbs up or a love heart. Number 3, work on your strengths and weaknesses equally. Work on your strengths and weaknesses equally. Often in business, we focus solely on improving our weaknesses. We've identified through a mystery shop program or through a 360-degree feedback, we focus heavily on weaknesses. Now, this can have a massive impact on morale, and it can be really challenging to see or feel any improvement when we constantly focus on weaknesses. Research shows us that if we work equally on both our strengths and our weaknesses, both will improve. If we work equally on strengths and our weaknesses, both will improve. So for me, if my weakness is running uphill, but my strength is running downhill, if I work on both of those and work on them together, both will improve. Now that's what we have to do in business. We've got to work on our strengths. Don't forget our strengths. Let's focus on our strengths and our weaknesses. Morning, Robert Bruce. How you going? Thanks, guys, for showing some love. If you like that one, working on strengths and weaknesses, love heart or thumbs up. That was it. Mental block. Okay, the next one. What are we up to? Number 3, number 4. Know your race pace. Okay, for me to achieve my goal time this weekend, I need to know what numbers I need to hit. I need to understand the numbers that I need to hit. I've got to know the splits. I've got to know at 10Ks where I need to be, at 15Ks where I need to be, at a half marathon where I need to be, and so on and so on. And then I've got to know, am I in front or am I behind on my target? So do I need to push harder or can I pull back a little bit? You see, numbers do not lie, whether you're running a race or running a business. Numbers don't lie, and they will determine the final result. Let me say that again. Numbers do not lie, and they will determine the final result. So when we're running a business, we've got to make sure we're really running the business with our numbers. And just like when running in a race, we've got to do as much as humanly possible to hit those numbers. That's what we've got to do. And I think a lot of the times in businesses, we're pretty weak around numbers. And I know while I've been training for this run, I've focused on numbers and I've started to bring more number focus into my business. So there you go. I've just learnt that. Number 5. Did you like that one, by the way, around numbers? Give me a thumbs up or a heart if you did. Number 5 is get a coach. I could not be running. Number 5. We'll come back to get a coach. Is set bite-sized chunks. You probably heard the way to eat an elephant is chunk by chunk. No matter the project, no matter the size of the run, no matter the size of your business, no matter the goals, you need to break it down to little bite-sized chunks. When you achieve these little bite-sized chunks, that creates momentum and speed and inertia and will drive your business forward. So think about the project that you want to achieve in your business and then break it down. You see, from the outside looking in, this weekend, when I post that I've just completed this marathon, people are going to go, wow, that's amazing, that's so cool. But that's just a snapshot. What they haven't seen is the hours and hours and hours of training that I've done to be able to get to this point. And they're those bite-sized chunks. They're those little tiny wins that I have each week, each day, each minute of a workout in order to achieve my final goal. That's how we need to run our business. We need to think about the big thing that we want to achieve, and then we break it down, so everybody feels that we're achieving something and we're creating that momentum. Okay, now, get a coach. So this is a number 6, is get a coach. I couldn't be running on Sunday without a coach. Simple as that. Without expert help, I could not be doing it. And thanks to my personal trainer, who is an expert in marathon training, I am confident to be able to attack this run on Sunday. I'm physically, mentally, and emotionally prepared for this race. And that's what a coach does. They prepare you to be in the best state that you possibly can. Now, my point here is I wanted to run a marathon. That was my goal, run a marathon. So I looked for a marathon coach. I didn't employ a yoga guru or a personal trainer whose expertise was around bodybuilding or weight loss. I went for a trainer who understands marathon running. And when you identify the area of your business that you want to work on, you need to find a coach. Now that means that you might have several different coaches in the lifetime of your business, which is okay, and I'm saying that, and I'm a business coach, is because you might need marketing help, so you get a marketing coach. You might need human resource management, so you get an HR coach. And you might work with them for 6 months, 12 months, 6 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever the time frame, you work with that coach. And then you move to the next area because we're trying to improve our business. So you want to find a coach who is an expert in an area, and there's very few coaches that are experts in all areas. Even I'm not an expert in all areas, I'll admit it. Okay, the last one, tip number 7. Welcome, Maddie Frost. Tip number 7, and this to me is the holy grail of tips that I've learned training for this wonderful event, marathon this Sunday. And that is run your own race. This weekend, my coach and I have discussed my race plan. God, I sound like a professional athlete. Jesus, I'm just trying to get under 4 hours. That's why I'm taking so much effort into this. We've discussed my race plan. We've got a strategy for the race, just as you may have a business plan in your business or a strategy for your business. But my challenge, based on the previous experience of running one other marathon, is that I get caught up in the race. And I focus on people around me. That flight is boarding. Remember, question of the day in the comments below. If you were flying today and you were going somewhere for the next 7 days, where would that be? So, yeah, I get caught up in the race. And so as a result, I focus on all the people around me. And I worry about how fast they're running. I worry about what they're doing and should I be keeping up with them. And I lose focus on what I set out to do. In fact, my whole strategy goes out the window because I'm trying to keep up with them. I'm thinking that I've got to keep up with them. And just like my coach planned, if I follow my strategy, I'll achieve my goal. Just like my coach plan, if I follow my strategy, I will achieve my goal. And if you follow your plan in business, then you will achieve your goal as well. So forget about the competitors. Don't focus on them. You can't control who they are, you can't control what they do, and you can't control them in the slightest. Focus on you and what you're trying to do in business, and that's going to be more successful. So that's the holy grail for me, running your own race. And there we have it. Just 7 tips that I learned while training for a marathon about business. What were they again? Number 1, preparation. Number 2, mindset. Number 3, working on your strengths and weaknesses. Number 4, training at race pace. Number 5, set bite-sized chunks. Number 6, get a coach. And number 7, the holy grail, which is running your own race. Which one did you like? Which one of those were relevant to you? Hey, Justin Ray, how are you? Hi, Scarlett. Which ones of these were relevant for you? Let me go through them again. Preparation, mindset, working on your strengths and weaknesses, training at your race pace, setting bite-sized chunks, getting a coach, and my holy grail, which is running your own race. Love to know. Pop them in the comments. Which one? 1 through to 7. What one resonated for you? So if you know someone in business who you think would benefit from watching these tips, I'd love you to tag them in the comments below. All you do is just type their name in, and when they're highlighted, you then click on them and they'll get tagged so that they can come back and watch it at some stage in the future. I want to say thanks now in advance of anybody that does share the show. I know Susan is on here, and she's a great sharer of the show, and I really appreciate that. So thank you so much, Susan. Morning, Dylan. Morning, China. Morning, Chantal. So that's it. Thanks for Eugene tells me all 7 are relevant in his business. Thanks, Eugene. That's fantastic. So for those that are just getting on board, I've just shared 7 tips that I've learnt from preparing for a marathon on running a business, and they are preparation, mindset, working on strengths and weaknesses, training at race pace, setting bite-sized chunks, getting a coach, and the holy grail, running your own race. Okay, guys, look, thanks a lot for tuning in to JTInTheRaw show 66. Who'd have thunk we'd get that far? Next week I'm back in Sydney, and I will have just completed an Orange Theory fitness class next Friday morning when I'm on JTInTheRaw. So I'll be sharing perhaps some thoughts on that. And of course, I'll have just finished the Club Owners Industry Leaders Roundtable. So again, if you're interested in being involved in the roundtable and you are a club owner or a personal trainer in New South Wales or Victoria, just put gym owner or PT owner or PT or something like that in the comments below, and I'll send you some information around the Industry Leaders Roundtable. That's it from me. So, one last flash. There we go. That's it. That's where I'm heading to. And then quote of the week. To achieve your goals, run your own race. Forget your competitors. Focus on you. Let me say that one again. It's a pretty good one. I like it. It's easy. To achieve your goals, run your own race. Forget your competitors and focus on you. Hey, thanks for tuning in to JTInTheRaw, show 66. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys today. I'm about to jump on a plane, head to Melbourne, and I'll be there for the next week. So if you're down in Melbourne and you want to catch up, shoot me a message. I may be able to squeeze you in or at least have a chat. Thanks so much, everybody. Thank you for the love. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for everything. And I'll catch you next Friday from Bondi after Orange Theory Fitness class. Catch you guys later.